नमस्कार दोस्तों। जो आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख रहे हैं वो एक इमेज है नक्सल फ्री भारत की। कैसे नक्सल फ्री भारत, ये जो अपने लोग हैं देश के, उनको विकास का और प्रगति का एक नया मौका, एक नया अवसर प्रदान करता है और नक्सल फ्री भारत की तरफ ही हमारी सरकार ने कदम उठाया है। योजना 2026 जून का ये एडिशन हमको नक्सल फ्री भारत, नक्सलिज्म फ्री इंडिया के बारे में बताता है इन डिटेल्स। कैसे इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने लेफ्ट विंग एक्सट्रीमिज्म जो एक बहुत बड़ा इशू बन गया था, उसे इरेडिकेट करने में और उसे पूरी तरह से नष्ट नाबूद करने में कोशिश करी है। और उसके लिए उन्होंने एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्ट्रैटेजी का इस्तेमाल करा है, जो कि है स्मार्ट स्ट्रैटेजी। ऑल राइट, तो ये पूरा एडिटोरियल, ये पूरा डिस्कशन आप देखिए और हम इस डिस्कशन में इन सारे टॉपिक्स को, इस पूरी योजना के 2026 जून के एडिशन को कवर करने वाले हैं। इन हर टॉपिक्स पे आप नज़र फरमाइए और देखिए कि कैसे इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने ये अप्रोचेस लिए और आप इन अप्रोचेस को कैसे अपने आंसर्स में लिख के, कैसे अपने पर्टिकुलर एसेज में लिख के उनको एनरिच कर सकते हैं और एग्जामिनेशन में अच्छे मार्क्स सिक्योर कर सकते हैं। तो जुड़े रहिए हमारे साथ। सबसे पहले वी आर स्टार्टिंग विद द फर्स्ट चैप्टर, नक्सलिज्म फ्री इंडिया, नक्सल फ्री भारत, restoration of security, development and trust. So in India's democratic journey, some achievements are not merely administrative success as it writes, but becomes a symbol for restoration of trust between state, society and citizens. So declaration of country as free from left-wing extremism is one such very historic achievement. You know, in India, in the areas of Chhattisgarh, in the areas of Madhya Pradesh, in the areas of Maharashtra, there were a lot of issues which were there in India, a lot of issues regarding development, because of Naxalism, the tribal population suffered a lot because they lost their lands and they lost their forest produce, and along with that they were dependent on their lands, and in the name of development those lands were taken away by the government. So it became a very big issue. But then the government decided to restore security, to restore development and to restore trust. आपने वो मूवी देखी होगी न्यूटन, in which elections have to be conducted in a Naxalism ridden district, and how difficult were those elections, how difficult was it to conduct those particular elections. So it exemplified the spirit of democracy. So this is how democracy is upholded because of Naxal free India. When we remove elements which hinder our internal security like Naxalism, जैसा कि यहाँ पे लिखा है, good governance will converge with education, opportunity and social trust. So good governance with education, opportunity and social trust. Alright, this is there. So see, for the long time left-wing extremism in India affected those regions where geographical difficulties were there. Alright, limited administrative reach was there, social deprivation was happening, a sense of alienation was there amongst the population, and security operations, intelligence coordination, technological surveillance, state center cooperation weakened the structure of extremism. So basically what is happening, government is stepping up that now we will ensure security, technological surveillance, and then new foundation of trust among people developed. So left-wing extremism is tackled by institutions of modern governance. See, this issue particularly, it is introducing you to the editorial, is introducing you to Naxal free India. So this issue particularly highlights education as a transformative force. What is a transformative force overall? Education. See, Eklavya model residential schools, they are for the tribal population. They demonstrate quality education, not merely in a medium of knowledge, but also is not merely as a medium of knowledge, but also becomes a foundation of social stability and confidence building. When children from remote tribal regions connect with the modern education, digital resources and competitive opportunities, a new world of possibilities open before them instead of violence. So aspiration itself becomes effective resistance against extremism. So one thing which is very important is aspiration. Aspiration plus education will lead to what? Will lead to opportunity creation. Alright, so aspiration plus education will lead to opportunities. Those opportunities will be harnessed by the children, and then they will achieve dignified livelihoods, technical skills and future opportunities. Then they will not raise their voice against the government. then there will be a cooperative spirit. See, this issue also indicates that lasting peace cannot come through administrative controls. It requires respect for cultural confidence and social identity. So, events such as Vastar Pandum are examples of how culture and tradition possess immense power to unite society. सोसाइटी को एकता में एकता एक 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 भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत की जो स्पिरिट है, एकता की जो स्पिरिट है, वो ऐसे इवेंट्स हाईलाइट करते हैं. बस्तर पंदुम. All right. Reduce fear and revive community pride. So, with identity of a region begins to be associated, when identity of the region begins to be associated with violence, not with violence, but with art, folk traditions, handicrafts, and cultural heritage. See, there's a lot of cultural heritage in those particular sites where you find Naxalism. There's a lot of tribal heritage. You must have seen Apeda certified honey. All of that is rich cultural, tribal, and nutritional heritage of that region. That will only rise, that will only come in light when such problems like internal security problems of Naxalism are eliminated. Alright. So, see, the discourse in this issue on yoga and mental balance also carries forward this broader humanitarian perspective. So आगे yoga, mental health, all of those things will be talked about. Yoga is not merely a physical practice but a medium of self-discipline, balance and internal consciousness, inner consciousness. Yoga से क्या आएगा? Inner consciousness आएगी. Ultimately, Naxal free Bharat is not merely political or security declaration but a proof of democratic India's capacity to provide new direction through development, dialogue and constitutional values. ठीक है, ये तीनों चीजें साथ में चलती है. Development will not happen without dialogue. Dialogue will not happen without constitutional values. And constitutional values, as B.R. Ambedkar said, forms the fundamental base of all these things. All right. तो चलिए इस इशू को देखते हैं और देखते हैं क्या क्या कह रहा है अपन को और क्या क्या समझाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. We will see the first editorial by Mr. Amit Shah, the Home Minister of India, Shri Amit Shah. He says Naxal-free India is a historic achievement. Alright, why does he say it is an historic achievement? Because most of the CRPF, CAPF personnel who have been trying their best to eliminate Naxalism, left-wing extremism, come under the Home Ministry, and now as it is an historic achievement, it will pave way for democratic and educational and what else we have started basically for not just like leave behind capitalism, leave behind communism. Those are ideologies, but what matters to the life of a common man? What matters the most? Societal values will rise. People will get justice, equality, fraternity and liberty. Those things were not being, you can say, enjoyed by the people where Naxalism was operating. Only few agents controlled everything. But now those agents are no more. Now the government of India, they were holding the particular Constitution of India in their hands. What does it represent? That now the Constitution of India will help in the societal development, will help in the personal development of the lives of the people. ओके संविधान की जो स्पिरिट है वो उनको मदद करेगी उनका रोजमर्रा का जीवन सुधारने में. देखो, मेकिंग कंट्री फ्री फ्रॉम लेफ्ट विंग एक्सट्रीमिज्म स्टैंड्स एज वन ऑफ द मोदीज गवर्नमेंट्स मेजर अचीवमेंट. ये एक बहुत बड़ा अचीवमेंट है. वन दैट फ्यूचर जनरेशंस विल रिमेंबर अबाउट दिस एरा. The problem that remained the gravest challenge to the nation's internal security for over 5 decades has been eradicated today. This outcome did not come about on its own. Behind it lie a clear policy, unwavering political will, and extraordinary courage of our security forces. So, the role of security forces is very important. What you will write in mains? You will write the role of security forces, which is very important. And is it a syllabus of your mains? Role of security forces, yes. This is the part and the topic, the theme of the major syllabus of internal security, GS paper 3. Alright. For decades, left-wing extremism and their sympathizers peddled a false narrative to innocent tribal communities, claiming that they were fighting for their rights and struggling to secure justice for them. However, this was fundamentally an ideological battle, not a demand for development. It is imperative to make the truth clear to the entire nation today. The roots of left-wing extremism lie in ideology, not in development. जो roots है left-wing extremism के, वो ideology में lie करते हैं, development में नहीं lie करते. कैसे? क्योंकि ये ideology ही तो है जिसने लोगों को जकड़ के बांध के रख रखा है. See, it is very crucial to understand that Naxalism did not spread due to poverty or lack of development. Rather, it was Naxalism that itself it perpetuated poverty in the entire region for years. So it did not spread due to poverty. Rather, it was a cause of poverty. So was it a consequence of poverty? No. Was it a cause of poverty? Yes. Literacy rate stood at 35% in Naxalbari region, 23% in Bastar, and 33% in Saharsa, and 31% in Balia. Per capita income was also roughly comparable across all four of these regions, yet Naxalism flourished exclusively in those areas, and it is characterized by dense forest, rivers, streams. Alright, so basically it is saying that these areas which are characterized by a lot of natural resources, their Naxalism spread a lot. Alright, but Naxalism failed to take root in Saharsa, Balia precisely because of the geography of those regions. That was not conducive to its operations. So geographical conducivity is very important, but those regions were not geographically conducive. So what happened? It failed to take root in Sarsa and Balia and those regions. So the central tenet of Maoist ideology is power comes out of a barrel of a gun. Alright, its objective was not development, but rather the perpetuation of its own ideology and overthrowing of a democratic order. So rather than drawing inspiration from figures such as Tilka Manji, Bhagwan Birsa Munda, or Bhagat Singh, they adopted Mao as their ideal. An ideology incidentally imported from abroad. Who is saying? Shri Amit Shah is saying this. When left-wing extremists realized that if tribal communities become literate, they would no longer remain loyal to their cause. They set the schools on fire, fearing that opening bank accounts would lead people to drift away from them and burn down banks. Medical clinics were also tortured, and for years they prevented development. Development होने ही नहीं देते थे. क्या बोल रहे हैं? बैंक जला देते थे और मेडिकल क्लिनिक्स को भी जला देते थे. तो डेवलपमेंट होने से रोकते थे. देखो, Naxalism did not spread because of poverty. Rather, poverty remained in the entire region for years because of Naxalism. Alright, you can write this. Amit Shah says what? Shri Amit Shah says Naxalism poverty की वजह से नहीं फैला, poverty Naxalism की वजह से रही. Alright, which Modi government is now eliminating. Very important. Alright, which the current government is now working on. This country left-wing extremism free. Alright, discussion on efforts. So this discussion was happened on 30th March 2026. See this particular picture. He felicitated the police officers of Jagdalpur, Chhattisgarh. Very important. Alright, very important for the nation. Red corridor, a big problem in this region spanning 12 states covering 17% of the landmass and home to population 200 million. 200 million का मतलब समझते हैं? मतलब 2000 लाख लोग. The rule of law had been obliterated. मतलब rule of law तो उन्होंने छोड़ ही दिया था. Law के हिसाब से कहाँ चलते थे? They were like killing people on both the sides and attacking the security personnel of the CRPF, and the trucks were also blasted ablaze. So see, the annual collection of the Janata tax amounted to 240 crores, along with that Andhra Orissa border. So all of these things, infrastructure was getting destructed. So the red corridor was a big problem. Red corridor problem. Alright, 1 second. Yes. So the red corridor problem we are discussing. The red corridor basically is the Naxalism affected areas. The UPA period, the phase of political ambiguity. To understand the policies and achievements of the current government in power perspective, basically formidable scale tak this program exceeded. It is telling you a timeline that was what was happening. So see, here it is written, two major militant factions merged to form a CPI Maoist. So this was happening, a lot of political movements were happening in that place, and concrete action remained absent. कोई concrete action नहीं ले रहा था उस time पे. देखो, 76 security personnel का martyrdom हुआ. और फिर क्या हुआ? ये single incident Home Minister remarked to the Naxals that the government could not ask them to lay down their arms. Subsequently, weapons were disarmed from the tribal volunteers of the Salwa Judum movement, alright, leaving them vulnerable to being systematically targeted by the Naxals. I hope you're trying to understand. You know what is Salwa Judum? What was Salwa Judum? Anyone in the comment section? What was Salwa Judum? See, I'll tell you, it was basically nothing but a peace march. Alright, Salwa Judum Gondi language में होता है एक purification hunt या एक peace march, जो कि एक मतलब state sponsored armed civilian militia है, जो कि deploy करी गई थी कब? 2005 में. एक सेकंड, 2005 में, to combat Naxals. Alright, so it was deployed by the government. That was Salwa Judum. तो किसने डिप्लॉय किया होगा इनको? 2005 में गवर्नमेंट ने डिप्लॉय किया था. सो इट इज़ लाइक बेसिकली, और जो जब भी ये हुआ था, जो वायलेंस और एट्रोसिटीज़ थी तब पीक पे थी. ऑलराइट, सो इस चीज़ को ध्यान रखना. स्पेशल प्रोटेक्शन ऑफिसर्स भी थे. ऑलराइट, स्पेशल प्रोटेक्शन ऑफिसर्स भी थे. तो ये चीज़ है. अब ये जो मूवमेंट था ये चल रहा था और हर तरफ एक्सर्जेंसी हो रही थी. जो ये आइडिया था वो वैसे महेंद्र कर्मा का था. महेंद्र कर्मा उनका नाम था, जो एक लोकल ट्राइबल लीडर थे, INC से ही थे. तो उसके बाद सपोर्ट आया. फिर बीजेपी ने भी, जब रमन सिंह चीफ मिनिस्टर थे, इसको अपॉइंट कर दिया और मतलब इसको कंटिन्यू रखा. फिर बहुत सारे मतलब आप देखेंगे लोग जुड़ते गए इससे. छत्तीसगढ़ के स्पेशल पुलिस ऑफिसर्स थे, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का सपोर्ट मिला इसको, UPA का सपोर्ट मिला इसको, और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप करा गया और इस चीज़ को ख़त्म करने की कोशिश करी गई. पर अब हम इस चीज़ को ख़त्म करने के उस पे पहुंच गए, वर्ड्स पे, एज पे, विच इज़ वेरी गुड, विच इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द डेवलपमेंट. सी, इट इज़ ईजी टू सिट इन द पार्लियामेंट एंड स्पीक इन द फेवर ऑफ Naxalites, but spend even in a day in a relief camp of those affected by Naxalism. There you will witness scenes that bring tears to your eyes. Naxal affected girls break down while applying lipstick. When they apply mehndi on their hands, their happiness knows no bounds. Alright? Why does it say that? Because red color. Yes, maybe. Alright, but what is the problem? What is the problem? It is affecting the very life, the very emotions, the very way of living of the people. And that is what makes us worried. Alright? So it was a policy laxity and ideological sympathy that prevailed during UPA period, which effectively gave this problem a new lease of life. In stark contrast, the policy of the current government had remained unequivocally clear, a dialogue for those willing to talk and a bullet for bullet response to those who open fire. Alright, this constitutes the fundamental difference between these two distinct periods of governance. पोस्ट 2014 में एक पॉलिसी शिफ्ट होता है. नरेंद्र मोदी गवर्नमेंट ने अज्यूम करा ऑफिस 2014 में, और जब भी ये मतलब यही चीज़ चल रही थी कि significant improvements were being made, yes, actionable intelligence was there, so all agency support अपन ने leverage किया. मतलब NIA को include कर लिया, ED को include कर लिया, intelligence body को include कर लिया, IB को include कर लिया, CRPF, CAPF, BSF सब मतलब BSF नहीं, CRPF, CISF और अपना ये शस्त्र सीमा बल भी नहीं, पैरामिलिट्री में CRPF मान के चलेंगे अपन मोटा मोटा, और CAPF के मतलब CAPF एज अ होल अपन बोलते हैं. तो इन एजेंसीज को मान के चलेंगे. उसके साथ साथ yes, the central government, the home ministry and of course the IPS cadre also, and the Ministry of Home Affairs formulated a comprehensive strategy. So on 24th August 2024, it was announced that the country will be rendered completely free of what? Of Naxalism by 31st March 2026. And we are reading it as the June editorial. So congratulations to all of us and all of the people who helped in combating this particular violence, this particular menace which was affecting the life of around how many people? We just read around how many people? Around billions of people, 600 millions of people. Alright, so this was there. Of course, not only of those millions of people, but of the entire nation, because it is an internal security problem. See, artificial intelligence based analysis हुआ, ड्रोन सर्विलेंस हुई, सैटेलाइट इमेजरी हुई, और ये सब के तहत हमने लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी का तो यूज़ किया ही. उसके बाद ऑपरेशन ब्लैक फॉरेस्ट हुआ. ऑपरेशन ब्लैक फॉरेस्ट वॉज noteworthy. It was a 21-day operation, basically a permanent Maoist camp situated in Telangana Chhattisgarh border was dismantled in this operation. Alright, very important. Operation ब्लैक फॉरेस्ट. ऑलरेडी डेवलपमेंट ड्राइव हुई, पैरेलल एफर्ट चल रहा था. देखिए यहाँ पे अमित शाह, नरेंद्र मोदी, प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी inaugurates and lays foundation of a stone of a key development and transformational project during his visit to Nava Raipur on the occasion of Chhattisgarh's 25th foundational day. So things are happening. See, the new dawn of Bastar. क्या लिखा है? The new dawn of Bastar. सो अगेन द थिंग्स आर हैपनिंग. ये देखो यहाँ पे बोल रहे हैं कि डेवलपमेंट सेंटर्स बन रहे थे, एकलव्य मॉडल रेजिडेंशियल स्कूल्स बन रहे थे. तो दो चीज़ साथ में चलती दिख रही है हमको. सिक्योरिटी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप हो रहा है और सोशल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप हो रहा है. अब दोनों साथ में चल रहे हैं. पहले क्या सोशल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप होता था, उसे नक्सलाइट्स खत्म कर देते, फिर कोशिश फिर खत्म, फिर कोशिश फिर खत्म. पर अब हमने कोशिश इतनी ज़्यादा की कि ऑपरेशंस भी साथ में चला, ब्लैक फॉरेस्ट, इंटर ऑपरेबिलिटी दिखाई, एआई का यूज़ किया हमने, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का यूज़ अभी देखा हमने, टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज़ किया हमने, ये जो सारे अपने सोशल इंस्टीट्यूशंस थे, जो सोशल स्कीम्स थे, उनको लोगों तक पहुंचाने की कोशिश की. ऑलराइट, सो सी दिस 400 240 बेड, और हमने प्लान बनाया कि भाई खत्म करना ही है अब तो. ऑलराइट, सो 240 बेड सुपर स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल वाज कंस्ट्रक्टेड वेयर इन जगदलपुर. जगदलपुर में 240 बेड का सुपर स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल को कंस्ट्रक्ट कराया. उसके बाद अ प्रोविजन was instituted to allocate rupees 1 crore for village development. Alright, 1 crore for village development immediately upon a panchayat being declared Naxal free. तो एक बार नक्सल फ्री हो गए तो 1 crore you'll get from the central government. Alright, फिर अब देखो रिहैबिलिटेशन एक बहुत सेंसिटिव एंडेवर था. A highly effective rehabilitation policy has been adopted for those who chose to surrender. Initiatives such as cash reward of 50,000 for surrender, a doubled amount for group of surrenderers, and additional compensation, and a monthly stipend of 10,000 for a period of 36 months, and benefits under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana were being provided. Alright, so all of this was being provided. Surrender camps, voluntary organizations were actively working. So that is how rehabilitation happened. सबसे पहले अपन ने क्या देखा, देखेंगे डेवलपमेंट ड्राइव देखी अपन ने, रिहैबिलिटेशन देखा, पॉलिसी शिफ्ट तो सबसे पहले होते हुए देखा, सिक्योरिटी ऑपरेशंस हो रहे थे साथ में, और ये टाइमलाइन देखी, और रेड कॉरिडोर जो सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम थी उसको अपन ने एड्रेस किया. ठीक है, तो भाई आइडियोलॉजी में इसके रूट्स हैं, डेवलपमेंट में रूट्स नहीं है, तो आइडियोलॉजी को ख़त्म करना था. और आइडियोलॉजी को ख़त्म करना दोस्तों सबसे मुश्किल और सबसे कठिनाई भरा काम है, पर करा जा सकता है, और इसका लिविंग एग्जाम्पल है नक्सल फ्री इंडिया. ऑलराइट, तो ये पैरेलल एफर्ट चल रहा है. अब फाइनल रिफ्लेक्शंस के बारे में अपन देखते हैं क्या बोलते हैं श्री अमित शाह. ये कहते हैं कि दिस अचीवमेंट represents not merely the success of security operation but the triumph of vision that places good governance, development and faith in constitutional values at its very core. Full credit for this success goes to the personnel of CAPF, particularly the Cobra Battalion. Yes, I wanted to tell you about the Cobra Battalion. It is very important. Commando Battalion for Resolute Action. It was very important for making India Naxalism free. CRPF, Chhattisgarh State Police, District Reserve Guard, as well as the local tribal inhabitants of the region, all of whom made invaluable contributions. We saw about that particular Judum wala thing. Alright, that was also there. Alright, so there were immense contributions, invaluable contributions, and protracted struggle that led us to this mukam, wherein we can say that nation's internal security remains intact and now protected. And it was protected, but now it has added an element which was missing within the lives of tribals, and that element is an element of development, is an element of progress, is an element of growth and social justice. Alright, so the fundamental principle of democracy is that the solution to any problem can be arrived at through dialogue and not through arms. Alright, this is very important, है ना, मतलब dialogue is very important. Today, as Bastar undergoes development with the benefits of progress reaching every single village in the region, it stands proven that the presence of the nation combined with good governance and development poses the power to overcome any challenge. Alright, see, now the transition. Now Vijay Sharma. Do you know who is Vijay Sharma? Vijay Sharma of the Government of India. See, from conflict to progress, Chhattisgarh's transformation. Vijay Sharma acted as a deputy chief minister of Chhattisgarh. Alright. So, and he was also, I think, in the Ministry of Power, or was it some other Vijay Sharma? I will confirm with you. Alright. But Vijay Sharma was Chhattisgarh deputy CM. So, Shri Vijay Sharma, who was Chhattisgarh's deputy CM, is writing this article for you. So what is he telling us all? He is trying to teach us all how Chhattisgarh transformed, which is very important. Conflict was there, but now progress has to be studied. So under the guidance of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah, at the center the leadership of the Chief Minister Vishnu Dev Sai, already the Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, Vishnu Dev Sai. All right. So he said that the state of Chhattisgarh, the resolve to end armed Naxalism in the state has been finally realized. All right. So the historic success lies undoubtedly in very strong political will. Everywhere to achieve something, you need strong political will, and the security forces ka or the brave soldiers ka role, unparalleled valor and indomitable courage. All right. So today, Chhattisgarh Bastar is emerging from a long-standing environment of Naxalite violence, fear, and insecurity, and entering a new era of peace and development and good governance. All right. Naxalism has perpetuated always a lot of suffering and countless wounds in the region. It claimed the livelihoods of thousands of innocent people and inflicted unbearable pains on countless families and forced many to endure lifelong disabilities. In the name of revolution, terror was unleashed, denying the light to democracy and the constitution to reach its people. All avenues to progress and prosperity were blocked. People were deprived of even basic amenities like roads, railways, water, schools, hospitals. But now the government has stepped up, and the government has finally made it realize that undoubtedly political will and the will of the people, the will of the security forces, the sacrifice of the brave soldiers will not go in vain. It will go realized, and it will change the lives of common man. All right, so this is a decisive shift in Bastar. Uh, this is there the young men, of course. See, Bastar was a region with hills, trails, geographical structure. The physique was very good. The physical features were very good. It had a lot of mines. It had a lot of resources. So the things have to be realized in the forefront, and the public services had to be leveraged. So this development work was there. See this particular image. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the Tribal Freedom Fighters Museum at Nava Raipur in Chhattisgarh. All right. So see, tribals are now working towards development of their development, economic freedom, and societal development. Technology and center state coordination. The center and the state government, मतलब जो राज्य की सरकारें हैं और जो केंद्र सरकार है, they stood firmly behind the security forces on the Naxalite front. All right. All the technology was used efficiently to combat the particular problems in the Naxal areas. All right. This was there. The process of procuring weapons is a lengthy one, taking 1.5 to 2 years. All right. Considering the current circumstances, when this matter was brought to attention of the Union Home Minister, he coordinated with all the security agencies for acquisition of modern high-performance weapons, including AK-47 and INSAS, for the Naxalite campaign. All right. What is INSAS weapon? Do you know? What is INSAS? INSAS is basically Indian Small Armed System. It is a family of infantry arms. उसमें एक तो असॉल्ट राइफल होती है और एक लाइट मशीन गन होती है. आई विल टेल यू कैसी होती है. ऐसे कुछ ऐसा गन मान लीजिए आप. तो इधर तो पता ही आपको ट्रिगर होता है ना. इधर को ट्रिगर होता है और इधर को एक चेम्बर होता है और यहाँ पे एक ट्रांसपेरेंट मैगजीन डालते हैं. यहाँ पे एक बेयोनेट भी लगाते हैं आगे, और ऐसे बेयोनेट लगाते हैं, और यहाँ पे एक फ्लैश हाइडर होता है, एक बैरल होती है. तो इस प्रकार की एक बेसिकली आर्म्ड वेपन होता है ना. तो इंसास राइफल, AK-47, इन दोनों में से आपको क्या लगता है बेटर क्या होगा? ऑफ कोर्स AK-47 इज़ बेटर. ऑल राइट. बट दोनों सुपीरियर रेंज कैपेबिलिटीज़ के वेपन्स हैं जो कि रिलायबल भी हैं और काफ़ी हद तक सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस की मदद करते हैं. ऑल राइट. फुल ऑटोमेटिक कैपेबिलिटी के साथ आते हैं, जो कि बहुत ज़रूरी है. ठीक है. सो ये स्नाइपर्स वर ऑल्सो लोन फ्रॉम अदर सिक्योरिटी एजेंसीज. सो what is important is the use of technology. All right. That was leveraged, which was very important to combat Naxalism. See, at the economic front, we saw center state coordination, technology, ये दो चीज़ें देखी. अब हम देखें इकोनॉमिक फ्रंट में क्या करा अपन ने. क्या करा इकोनॉमिक फ्रंट में? हमने लोगों के लाइवलीहुड्स को सिक्योर करा. उन्हें इनकम बेस्ड, जैसे यहाँ पे लिखा है ऑन माइनर फॉरेस्ट प्रोड्यूस, उनको डेवलप करा, उनके इनकम रिसोर्सेज को. So the state government was committed to achieving sustainable economic development of Bastar through its resources with the support of central government. एक ह्यूमैनिटेरियन अप्रोच थी रिहैबिलिटेशन की, एक रिहैबिलिटेशन पॉलिसी को हम फॉलो कर रहे थे जिसमें हम बेसिक एमिनिटीज़ और डेली रूटीन्स को उनके रिस्पेक्ट कर रहे थे और उनको मतलब कॉपी ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन भी दी विच कन्वेड अ मैसेज दैट दे वुड नो लॉन्गर रोम the forest for weapons but would instead accept the Indian constitution. This is very important. All right. These were provided for basically employment orientation, training kits and basic education in rehabilitation centers. They are being issued Aadhaar cards, Ayushman cards, ration cards, voter IDs, all of them. All right. So yes, rehabilitation individuals and young people who have never seen roads, electricity, airports, railway station and malls are being taken a tour of Raipur under Lior Yona Youth Invitation Program. Lior Oina, याद रखोगे Lior Oina. All right. They will observe the assembly session to familiarize themselves with the constitutional system of the country and the state. In reality, rehabilitation doesn't just mean spending a few days, it encompasses economic, mental, and physical and educational rehabilitation also. Many people come with bullets lodged in their bodies. They underwent the surgeries to remove the bullets, achieving physical rehabilitation. So, all of that was happening. Alright, a lot of rehabilitation efforts were successful. The voice of Naxal wisdom reached Delhi. So, a number of people जिनको IED क्या ज़मीन में रख देते हैं उनसे वो एक्सपोज हो गए थे, उसके बाद उनकी लाइफ्स endangered thi. Of course they were a little crippled because of that, so they reached Delhi. Now see what will happen. What will they do? They will, of course, a unique press conference happened at the Constitution Club of India with the Naxal victims in Bastar from one side and media from around the world on the other. Alright, so in this way their pain was conveyed to Delhi, the central government. Alright, their pain was conveyed to the people of India. Bastar Olympics. Now this is very important. Sports among Bastar youth and culture are important aspects of their foundation of their lifestyle. Why sports? I am asking you a question. Why sports? Why not something else? Why not fairs? Why not trade? Why not, you can say trade is also important, of course, but why not some other activity? Why sports? Because sports build resilience. Sports show cultural values. Sports are built to test the spirit of common people, how they come together and cheer for the people they want to win and represent in future. Sports represent the level of spirit which no other particular element represents. So Bastar Olympics were a master stroke. All right. Yes, Bastar Olympics is important. So that led to Naxal liberation movement and transformation अभी भी बस्तर में दिखता है, क्योंकि स्ट्रेंथ जो डेवलप की उन लोगों ने, कल्चरल वैल्यूज़ जो डेवलप करी उन लोगों ने, नेशनली इंटरनेशनली उन लोगों को जो रीच मिला वो कभी नहीं मिला था, और वो रीच ज़रूरी था नक्सलिज्म को इरेडिकेट करने के लिए. ऑल राइट, collective resolve. Of course, education is the most powerful weapon you can change the world. नेल्सन मंडेला ऐसा कहते हैं और ऐसा इधर लिखा है चीफ मिनिस्टर, डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ छत्तीसगढ़ ने. ऐसा क्यों लिखा? क्योंकि भाई जब देखो एजुकेशन की वो वैल्यू मिलेगी तब लोग अवेयर बनेंगे. जब लोग अवेयर बनेंगे तब लोग सी मलाला यूसुफजई also said, one person, one teacher and one pen, one child, one teacher, one pen can change the world. All right, so that is how it is very important. Education is very important. All right, तो जो क्राउड फंडिंग ये सारी चीज़ें एंजॉय करती है, जो बेसिक वो होता है इस चीज़ को कंटिन्यू करने का, वो रोकती है एजुकेशन. All right, Home Minister Amit Shah being felicitated by Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Vishnu Deosai and Deputy Chief Minister Vijay Sharma during Ujjar Bastar, Rising Bastar, Ujjar Bastar. All right, Ujjar Bastar program in Jagdalpur. All right, so the work was being done and this was there. These schools come alive again. Under this initiative, 25 individual and 18 community programs from 17 departments were integrated into 144 gram panchayats and over 500 villages covered by 99 security camps. और ये कौन सा प्रोग्राम था? माई गुड विलेज इनिशिएटिव. ठीक है, न्यादा नेलर नल नर मतलब विलेज, नेला मतलब गुड, और न्यादा मतलब माई. ऑलराइट. नहीं, न्यादा, हाँ हाँ, वही वही चीज़ हो गई एक तरीके से. न्यादा नेला नर, माई गुड विलेज. तो दिस प्रोग्राम वॉज देयर एंड अगेन people were provided with benefits, and आयुष्मान कार्ड्स were also issued. आंगनवाड़ी सेंटर्स were there. So फोकस हो गया ना सोशल सेक्टर पे, हेल्थ आ गया, एजुकेशन आ गया. अब चेंजिंग पिक्चर ऑफ द विलेज ऑफ ड्रेडेड हिदमा. अब मधवी हिदमा क्या था? once known as the poster, yes, boy of Maoism, was tried to be made hero by urban Naxal groups, but the reality of his village was never revealed. ये बोल रहे हैं कि जो मतलब नक्सलाइट स्लोगन स्टैंड करते थे दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में, प्रेस्टिजियस कॉलेजेस के एयर कंडीशन रूम्स में, उन्हें इन विलेजेस की रियलिटी कभी देखी ही नहीं थी. तो फिर उस रियलिटी को सामने लाया गया. एंड पीपल ऑल्सो एक्सरसाइज द राइट टू वोट फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, सो दे रियलाइज द वैल्यू ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनलिज्म. ऑल राइट. सो देर वर ऑफकोर्स द विलेजेस जहाँ पे कोई चिल्ड्रन एजुकेशन का कोई था ही नहीं सीन. वहाँ पे CRPF ने स्टार्ट किया गुरुकुल, जहाँ पे 100 लोगों को एजुकेशन बेसिक दी गई. उसमें उन लोगों को मतलब बेसिक लिटरेसी दी गई, और लाइवलीहुड्स, बिहान योजना की ये बात कर रहे हैं, वो भी प्रोवाइड करा गया. तो ये न्यू बिगनिंग थी. इट वॉज अ लाइफ फ्रॉम द प्ले ग्राउंड. ऑफकोर्स नाउ इट इज़ टॉकिंग अबाउट बस्तर ओलंपिक्स. कैसे बस्तर ओलंपिक्स ने, देखो ये एग्जाम्पल है मुचाकी रेनावती का, who had already been rehabilitated. So she secured her first place in the division level Bastar Olympics, and now she is suing also. She is doing masonry also, and at a rehabilitation in Sukma. So it is very important. Like people's lives were getting changed. Returning childhood, women's identity. So rehabilitation centers also rehabilitated young girls, and the girls said if they could I would. So ऑफ कोर्स रिहैबिलिटेशन सेंटर का ही इमोशनल एग्जाम्पल है कि कैसे मतलब जो ये देखो पादुम कैफे भी यहाँ पे दे रखा है. कैसे मतलब जो सोसाइटी टॉर्चरस थी फीमेल्स के लिए, बच्चों के लिए, जहाँ पे एजुकेशनल अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ को पहले ही डिस्पैंड कर दिया जाता था, पहले ही स्कूल्स को तोड़ दिया जाता था जैसे ही उनकी नींव रखी जाती थी. वैसे जिन गाँव में, जिन जिलों में ये बदलाव आए, कैसे उन लोगों की लाइफ को इतना इम्पैक्ट किया. इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड दीज डेवलपमेंट्स. इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड द वैल्यू ऑफ नक्सल फ्री इंडिया. ऑल राइट. सो सी, it is written that Kenja Naxalite Manwa Mata, matlab listen Naxalite, listen to us. They presented the tragic experiences to President Draupadi Murmu, all right, at these places in Delhi, and they told how Naxalite violence, one dimensional, मतलब मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन भी एक डायमेंशन था, और नक्सलाइट वायलेंस कैसे लोगों की लाइफ को ख़राब, ख़त्म और एकदम इनवैल्यूएबल बना देता था. तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है इसको समझना. होल्डिंग गन्स टू सर्विंग डिलीशियस डिशेस. ऑल राइट. सो येस, इट इज़ टॉकिंग अबाउट वन ऑफ द वेरी गुड एग्जाम्पल्स जिसमें रिहैबिलिटेशन पॉलिसी और ये कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डिंग मेजर्स थे. इनने ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लाया इन लोगों की लाइफ में. जैसे ये एग्जाम्पल देते हैं, एग्जैक्टली ये एग्जाम्पल देते हैं कैसे सी लक्ष्मू का एग्जाम्पल देते हैं, जो कि मतलब यही चीज़ है कि उन पहले वो इन्फ्लुएंस, फिर आर्म स्ट्रगल हुआ, और फिर उसके बाद येस ही सर्व्ड एज अ गुरिल्ला कमांडर व्हाइल Pumathi became a platoon commander. So both of them were trained. Alright, both of them were trained, and then yes, the future made them realize that the path of violence only leads to fear and loss, uncertainty. तो ये जो चीज़ है ये अपन को ये इस चीज़ की याद दिलाती है कि कैसे अपना ये जो फ्रीडम है, डिग्निटी है, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. ऑलराइट, अब कुलदीप सिंह क्या कहते हैं? हु इज मिस्टर कुलदीप सिंह? See, it is talking about Naxal Bharat, a strategic turnout. Alright, so basically it is not simply of military or policing success. It is a story of coordinated statecraft. Very important. It is a story of कोऑर्डिनेटेड, मतलब एक साथ लाया गया एक साथ एक जुटाया गया स्टेट क्राफ्ट, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। ऑलराइट, कोऑर्डिनेटेड स्टेट क्राफ्ट, इसको अपन जल्दी से देखेंगे अच्छे से। समाधान डॉक्ट्रिन को अपन पढ़ेंगे। समाधान डॉक्ट्रिन वे आपको बता देते हैं। देखो, इसमें कुछ एंगल्स बनाए गवर्नमेंट ने कि स्मार्ट लीडरशिप होगा, अग्रेसिव स्ट्रैटेजी होगी, मोटिवेशन एंड ट्रेनिंग होगा, एक्शनेबल इंटेलिजेंस होगा, और डैशबोर्ड बेस्ड की रिजल्ट एरियाज और की परफॉर्मेंस इंडिकेटर्स होंगे, और टेक्नोलॉजी को हार्नेस करेंगे। और देखो आगे और भी है, एक्शन प्लान फॉर ईच थिएटर एंड नो एक्सेस टू फाइनेंसिंग। तो ये जो था अपना समाधान डॉक्ट्रिन, इसने बहुत मदद की अपन को नक्सलिज्म को, नक्सल मुक्त भारत तक अपन को पहुंचाने की। अपन कुलदीप सिंह सर की बात कर रहे थे, ये फॉर्मल डायरेक्टर जनरल रह चुके हैं सीआरपीएफ के, और सिक्योरिटी एडवाइज़र भी रह चुके हैं मणिपुर गवर्नमेंट के। ऑल राइट, सो इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। ऑल राइट, सो he also talked about ending red terror under Modi's leadership in one of the भारत मंथन सेमिनार्स, विच इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। ऑल राइट, ये बताते हैं कैसे मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स ने लेवरेज करा। ये जो स्मार्ट स्ट्रैटेजी थी, इसके बारे में हम, समाधान स्ट्रैटेजी थी, इसके बारे में हमने आपको शुरू में भी बताया था कि समाधान स्ट्रैटेजी कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट थी। इसी समाधान स्ट्रैटेजी में देखो लीडरशिप पे तो एम्फोसाइज कर ही रहे हैं, दूसरा ये बोल रहे हैं अग्रेसिव स्ट्रैटेजी, मतलब भाई अब तो ख़त्म करना ही है नक्सलिज्म। अब अपन ऐसे टॉलरेट नहीं कर सकते कि जो होता है। अब अपन वो वाला स्टैंड नहीं है कि भाई उनने हथियार उठा लिए तो कोई बात नहीं, हम बाद में और एक्शनेबल चीज़ें करेंगे। नहीं, अब भी अपन को एक्शनेबल चीज़ें करनी है कि उस चीज़ को अपन ख़त्म करें जड़ से। मोटिवेशन एंड ट्रेनिंग पे काम करा गया, तो ये बहुत ज़रूरी था। एक्शनेबल इंटेलिजेंस उसी टाइम पे बहुत ज़रूरी थी। डैशबोर्ड बेस्ड की रिजल्ट एरियाज, अब वो प्लानिंग और रिजल्ट एरियाज को ऐसे मैप आउट कर रहे हैं, और टेक्नोलॉजी को ऐसे हार्नेस करेंगे अपन कि जो प्रॉब्लम है उसको अपन कम टाइम में जड़ से उखाड़ के फेंक दे और फिर आगे बढ़े। ठीक है, सी मोदी सेइंग दैट आफ्टर 2014 आवर गवर्नमेंट लॉन्च्ड अ मैसिव अटैक ऑन नक्सलिज्म, Maoist terrorism. This Maoist terrorism was causing a lot of problems. So see, here it is written the description of the author. So as I told you, he's an IPS officer who served as ADG and SDG Central Zone in the CRPF and led several anti-Naxal operations across Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal. Alright, he also worked as GG in CRPF and NIA, and he is currently the security advisor of the government of Manipur. Alright, see, key turnaround strategies and tactics. See, leadership and policy shift. A zero-tolerance approach under Ministry of Home Affairs emphasized proactive operations rather than reactive measures aimed at eliminating the ideological, financial and logistical support of left-wing extremism. Alright, so see, it was a plan. Now, it was a national policy action plan wherein these things were implemented. Trace, target and neutralize approach was adopted. Alright, forward operating basis. So one of the defining features of recent success against Naxalism has been the enhanced role of CRPF and primarily CRPF and Cobra Battalion, Commando Battalion for Resolute Action Units, as we have seen. BSF was also there. Yes, BSF was there. Alright, BSF was there, ITBP was there, SSB was there. They acted as the backbone of anti-Naxal operations. So left-wing terrorism was targeted. The key टारगेटिंग हैपेंड बिकॉज ऑफ मल्टी एजेंसी कोलैबोरेशन. ऑलराइट, तो इस चीज़ का ध्यान रखेंगे अपन कि जो भी चीज़ हो मल्टी एजेंसी कोलैबोरेशन के साथ हो, ताकि अपन मल्टी एजेंसी कोलैबोरेशन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सी, दिस इज देयर नक्सल मुक्त भारत का की एलिमेंट ये था कि अपन जो स्ट्रैटेजी सेंटर्स हैं उनको ख़त्म करें. ठीक है, प्रोपेगेंडा मशीनरी को ख़त्म करें और रिक्रूटमेंट लॉजिस्टिक्स को ख़त्म करें. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. तभी सरेंडरिंग होगी, तभी रिहेबिलिटेशन होगा. स्टेट्स की कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग करी गई काफ़ी हद तक. फाइनेंशियल असिस्टेंस प्रोवाइड करी गई स्टेट्स को. अभी हमने देखा था कैसे 1 करोड़ अपन एक विलेज को देंगे उसके डेवलपमेंट के लिए, तो ये चीज़ बहुत ज़रूरी थी. उसके अलावा अपन ने फंडिंग करी ताकि एजुकेशन और हेल्थ का सेक्टर रेजिलियंट हो. इंस्टीट्यूशनल पार्टनरशिप्स थी काफ़ी. जॉइंट ऑपरेशनल प्लानिंग थी. नहीं तो अगर जॉइंट ऑपरेशनल प्लानिंग नहीं होगी तो आप ऐसे बड़े प्रोग्राम को आप मुकाम नहीं दे सकते. वो बहुत ज़रूरी है. एकलव्य मॉडल, रेजिडेंशियल स्कूल्स, रोड स्कूल, सब कुछ बनाने की कोशिश की गवर्नमेंट ने. ठीक है, सो द स्टेट्स अप्रोच वाज इंक्रीजिंगली एम्फसाइज्ड in winning the trust of the local communities. So that became very important to battle Naxalism. All right. So see what it writes. With the achievement of Naxal-free Bharat, India has reached a historical milestone. Yet residual pockets of insurgency remain, particularly in difficult terrain where extremist groups attempt to regroup. Sustained vigilance therefore remains essential. Counter-insurgency success can only endure if accompanied by continued development, responsive governance, and institutional resilience. Alright, this is very important. So, basically, strategic coherence was very important. See, the story of Naxal Mukt Bharat is therefore not simply one of military or policing success, it is a story of coordinated statecraft. It reflects how political will and institutional coordination and professional security operations and development commitment can together confront and reverse the long standing insurgencies. ऑलराइट, सो ये सब चीज़ों को अपन को साथ में लेके चल रहे हैं. इन आइसोलेशन नहीं होगा डेवलपमेंट. डेवलपमेंट तभी होगा जब अपन साथ में इस चीज़ को लेके चलेंगे. और ये जो अपन कह रहे हैं ना, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स, it was a coordinated effort by Ministry of Home Affairs, which is the very foundation of eliminating the long-standing insurgency. And Ministry of Home Affairs always provided the strategic direction which held the entire framework together. Alright, so here it goes that Naxal Mukt Bharat is thus not merely a security milestone, it is a reaffirmation of national resolve and democratic resilience. तो नक्सल फ्री इंडिया, ऑलराइट, नक्सल मुक्त भारत, ऑलराइट. And democratic resilience. That is very important. Alright. Now, in the next lecture, we should continue the whole of government approach. कि कैसे author राजीव कुमार हमें बताते हैं. राजीव कुमार is the joint secretary left-wing extremism under the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. So as he served as the joint secretary, he will tell us the whole of government approach. And Mr. Shri Rajiv Kumar is going to convey how it led to eradication, how confidence building measures were there. So you watch lecture 2 and we decode it fully. Alright, keep learning. Thank you so much.